The man doesn't react or turn as you approach, your feet echoing off the high metal.
I'd lost hope when you went in that building, but you came back out. Nice to meet a fellow public servant. The fire exit. I watched you remove the offending ball. Order restored. You have my appreciation. Some people have no trouble ignoring fire codes. Glad to hear you're not one of them. Please, sit. My view is your view. I'm being punished. My employer has placed me in an impossible position. I'm a safety inspector, watching the lines. As you might have noticed, this pylon is under construction, technically. Precisely. That's because this line, line 9, will never be finished. Then they would be waiting a very long time. Where to start? This pylon's angle deviated more than expected as the concrete set. Hazardous near water. Shouldn't have skimped on materials. Then there are the clearance issues. The party alley rooftops are higher than the building department's official records. I'm the safety inspector on this segment. Construction can't proceed without my approval. Approval I cannot possibly give. Since the last round of enter stabilization, they've been trying to force us lifers out. We can be fired, not easily, but they can take away the work that made us stay in the first place. I have two options. I could falsify my reports and declare Line 9 safe for construction anyway, or I could quit. Either way, the company can't lose. I wasn't always. I thought about throwing myself off this pylon, right where you're standing. I used to fantasize about the GMs dragging my waterlogged corpse from the canal. Fortunately, this spot lends itself to reflection. Contemplating my punishment helped me see how to live with it. What else is left to do? You know, the view's not mine, just in case. I'm a structural engineer. I believe in stability. What Emperor has brought isn't that. Their version of stabilization shifts the responsibility of managing entropy from the state to the individual. Human existence always carries entropy with it. That's inherent in the system. Social insurance, pensions, fair wages, these are measures against the entropy of living. They're also expensive. I've never lived anywhere else, so I can't say. I suppose there's the superblock, but they sign letter Wolker as well. There's entropy in all systems. No living thing can avoid it entirely. A friend of yours? Oh, all right. Quite a formal-looking man, yes? He was here just the other day. He had a conversation with the music vendor over there. It did not seem pleasant. I couldn't really tell. I couldn't say. A lot of people come through here. I didn't pay particular attention to him. You're welcome. And the door, which you closed? Beautiful.
Terror to most, but for those with a taste for it, this is the kind of sound that vibes with their darkened soul. Some questions don't require thought, but the opposite. Quiet the conscious mind and the answer comes naturally. To be surrounded by those you know, and whom you've allowed to know you in return. What self could ask for more? The pylon man turns his head ever so slightly.
Before you go, you might want to know. It seems someone is interested in you. No, I don't think so. Of course.
The gate is bound to the pole by a thin steel chain. The gap between leaves little room for passage. You take the chain between the beak of your tool and push. Muscles tense, the chain resists, trembles. and collapses in a jangling heap at your feet. The metal creaks and gives way. The chain lies bleeding out on the cobblestones. In another life, it would have been a serpent.
You again. Any updates on the 9? But how can that be? A gentleman from the Carabineros said it would be in service any day now.
A handsome foreigner. The Carabineros were playing a trick on him.
You'd think with all the empty money this place has gotten, they'd have fixed their aerotrams. What am I supposed to do now? I was simply passing through on my way back home to Sundark. I had been working in Copablanco, but the work dried up.
His eyes dart ever so slightly.
That was more than a week ago, and, well, here I am.
Despite his predicament, he's kept up with hygiene. His beard is shaved, his nails well manicured.
I'm a political economist by training.
It must be said, this is the most handsome political economist you've ever encountered. Something about his jawline makes you overly aware of your skin, your posture. Your right nipple hardens.
Well, not in so many words. Circumstances. I studied on a very generous MTER stipend, one of those programs to take gifted but under-resourced youths from the periphery and educate them in the developed world. But recently, the Sunnis government bought its first computer. Suddenly, they found they no longer have any need for political economists. Let's put it this way. You don't really hear anyone speaking of the Sunnis' socio-economic miracle.
One national computer in the right hands could be, as they say, a game changer.
Long story short, reality forced me to make alternative arrangements. How to put this? You're surely familiar with the concept. A somewhat rich, older lady wants a nice exotic husband without the lifelong commitment, yes? Meanwhile, a clean, well-behaved man from the periphery wants to see the world but lacks the necessary capital. The woman pays for his relocation and gains a valuable commodity. A high-quality Sunnis husband. Right, of course. There used to be a more direct route via Havergelia, but the border has been closed since it was re-annexed by La Luz. It's not so easy to get around as it used to be, you know?
The man turns back to his suitcases. You keep walking. unwise to your presence. A lanky young man presses the handset against his flushed cheek. It practically clings to it, like a shipwreck survivor holding onto a piece of driftwood.
I don't know how much time we have. You have to help me fill it in.
No use. Sucked deep into the abyssal vortex of lust, he's beyond your reach. You know so much, and I so little. The power differential is grotesque, highly problematic. Don't change it. I'm your faithful dog. I know nothing. I question less. She thinks I work with the mouth breathers in the trade office. In this suit? Unbelievable. Yes, I saw your colleague, hanging utterly deflated from this very payphone. It was despicable. Like the wretched of the earth, abandoned to shoulder a massive, indescribable burden all by himself. I could hardly look at him. Oh my God! You can't do that to me. But you really, really should.
This is a private phone call. Please excuse yourself.
I'm surrounded by enemies. I think those old pilots sent her to listen in. Do I want her to watch? Oh, maybe, in theory, but you should see her. She's wearing some sort of fake facial hair, as though I couldn't tell.
I asked you politely once. Now kindly wait your fucking turn.
Tell me that kind of language is unacceptable. It's the influence of the gap. I hardly recognize myself anymore. Its dimensions, totally unknown, unknowable even, and yet it demands that I plan around it? The fuck are you doing? Are you stalking me? Questions? Do I look like a man who has time for questions? Nothing. It seems I'm being followed by one of the local lumpen pro, but they know better than to approach. I've got to go. I'll call you again, when it's safe.
You can talk privately, as long as you keep your voice down. The box is scrubbed of the usual flyers and graffiti, leaving streaks of adhesive and permanent marker behind. The coin slot has been aggressively papered over. Cracked receiver and yellowed plastic. At least a decade, you assume. A faded sticker draws your attention. An advertisement for a local ferry schedule. The year, 82. Stretched too many times. Coils slacken near the base, but someone's wound a rubber band to keep them tight. Something catches your eye. Beneath the grime, the metal surface ripples like something's trapped underneath. The grime yields in oily streaks. Slowly a shape emerges, rounded and friendly. A dolphin, embossed into the chassis. The engraving's shallow, eroded by years of neglect but legible. 1F7G35-94X12, a serial number. Maybe. In any case, you have this now. It's better than not having it. You lift the receiver to your ear. No dial tone, only a crackling silence.
Hello, you. What's your pleasure? My name's Duchess, love, and you're on what some people call the miracle line. I don't discuss my clients with other clients, love. I hope you anything, darling. Let me inside your head. I know everything about augmentoids. I am one. It is my only voice. I am an augmentoid. Anything, darling. Email. It's me. No, I'm not. You're lying to me. I'm shit at this. I'm going to be punished. What are you going to do to me when I get home? No, don't tell me. I already know. The freezer. I didn't listen. I thought I knew better and I went out on my own and I fucked it up, Mel. I'm going to the freezer. I'm going to sort files. I'm going to sort files forever. Shall I tell you what it's like when I sort files? I wake up at 7 in the morning, alone. My alarm clock sounds like a lame cicada. I hate it. I'll never get it fixed. I commute on the bus. So does everybody else. I catch them looking at me. I wonder if they can tell that I'm different. A secret. A shadow. But they can't. I'm not. I'm just like them. I spend all day sorting files into alphabetical order, but I still have to say the full alphabet to myself every time. When I shred files, I try to pull them back out. I do it slowly. I torture them. The shredder eats them, pulps them, beats them into unrecognizable shreds so that they can be burned, incinerated. I climb into the cremator. I sizzle and smoke and disappear into ash. The flames feel so good. They feel like home. I burn. My flesh gone, my bones licked clean. I break apart, become ash, dust. All my mistakes burn with me. I'm free. Baby, do you want to talk about it? Sure thing, hon. Go easy on yourself, okay?